Hello there and welcome to another Masterclass Monday. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Rather than me just nattering at you for the whole video with some tips and tricks, we're instead going to do a little bit of a directing exercise to help you get to grips with aesthetics or sort of blocking or the like. So the things you're going to need for this exercise are some space to arrange objects in isolation, so you're not literally looking at anything else, a torch or a candle, a box of random objects from around your house that are fundamentally different, so the same things in different colours isn't very helpful for this, and try to get as many objects as you can, What you're going to do is arrange 5 of your objects within a 1 metre by 1 metre square, certainly no bigger, smaller if you can manage it. Arrange them however you like and step back, take a look. What is the story that these objects suggest to you? And from that, take a few minutes and build a story or a scenario from what you can see. So next, you're going to turn off the room light or close the curtains or do whatever you need to do to make the space dark, and you're going to play with one or more light source. If you light these objects with your torch, for example, how does this change the story that's being presented? How, if you hold the torch above, does it tell a different story than if you've got vast long shadows from lighting from the side? How does the story change if you place a lit candle in the arrangement? Obviously, safety first, make sure there's nothing flammable around it. And again, I just want you to think about the story that you're now presented with. How has your story changed? So turn your lights back on for safety, don't do all this in the dark, and change around at least 4 of your objects. You can keep 1, that's it. Change 4 objects and see what new story you can make or that you can see presented with a new arrangement, new objects. Have a play. Great, so now I would like you to take your objects, all of them, start from afresh. And thinking about aesthetics, I want you to make an arrangement of 5 consecutive sequences, using your lighting sources as well, that tells a short story. Keep that story sequentially simple. It might be a short romance or something like that. But with the objects in your box, you're going to build that story using 5 images or arrangements of those sort of objects. Make a note of what you're changing and why as the story sequence develops. Think about how you're creating the mood of your story sequence. Is it dark and foreboding? Is it light and breezy? Do we see a shift from one to the other? Everything in your sort of image sequence should have conscious decisions made about it. The proximity of the objects, the placement of your light sources. If you want to sort of add place sort of some set, as per se, into your space to sort of create some different levels, by all means feel very welcome to do so, but just make sure everything in each of these sort of arrangements is a specific choice. There should be nothing left to chance. So ideally, now if you have someone else in your home, then now is a great time to grab them and ask them to have a look at your work. You can try and do it over video call if not, and ask them what story they see emerging and see if their interpretation is the same as yours. Don't worry, you've not failed if it's different, it's absolutely fine, and have a bit of a chat about why they saw the story they did. Perhaps sort of have another go if they saw a different story. Ask them what they would do to try and tell the story you were trying to tell, and see what comes of the discussion. Brilliant, so now I'm going to leave you with a list of various wide thematic plots to work with, and I suppose see if you can create the sequences to tell the story of. You don't need to do all of these in one session, you can sort of give yourself one a week, one a day, whatever you like. So you're going to make a romance with a tragic ending, a revolution, one person brightens another's day, and then take one plot or story that you already know, ideally a simple one, and try and turn that into sequence form. So this exercise is a fantastic one. It's really, really good especially if you're starting out and just wanting to develop those directing skills and instincts, because as I'm now sure you're aware, by doing this, you've designed the aesthetics of your space. You've created a story sequence with blocking, lighting choices, set design, everything in miniature. So I recommend, whenever you have a bit of spare time, just do this. Keep developing that knowledge of aesthetics. And Equally, when you're finally able to return to your local theatre or your school or your university or whatever, I really recommend trying this exercise when you've got a whole prop store to play with. It is immensely good fun and a fantastic exercise. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have any suggestions about what we could do a Masterclass Monday on next, do drop it down in the comments below. Equally, if you have any questions about this exercise or want to ask about future exercises, please do drop that down in the comments as well. So have a fantastic week. We'll see you next week for another Masterclass Monday. As always, stay safe, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.